So if you've tried to hire a contractor lately, you probably feel like the home renovation market is just on fire, right? But if you actually talk to those contractors, you might get a totally different vibe. Let's get into it because the market is sending some seriously mixed signals.
And this is the big question, isn't it? Whether you're thinking about a project or just trying to figure out what's going on with the economy. Is that huge surge in home improvement spending finally coming to an end?
For the people on the ground, the contractors, the answer is, well, it's complicated. The best way to describe it is cautiously optimistic. So what's the deal? Why are they kind of smiling but also kind of looking over their shoulder? That's exactly what we're about to unpack.
To really understand what's happening, you have to look at two stories that seem to completely contradict each other. It's a story about business being great right now, but a whole lot of anxiety about the future.
And here is the first major clue. Just look at this. A year ago, 71% of contractors were optimistic about the market. Today, that has plummeted to 53%. And we see almost the same drop when they're asked about their own company's growth. Now, it's still a majority, sure, but for that much confidence to just evaporate in a year, that's a huge red flag.
But okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. To understand the cautious part, you first have to understand the optimism part. Because for a lot of these folks, business today is actually really, really good.
So why are they feeling good? Well, for starters, they are bidding on 20% more projects right now than they were this time last year. That's a massive jump. It means homeowners are still interested and the phones are absolutely still ringing. And you know what? Those phone calls are turning into actual work. The number of jobs they're winning and the number of jobs they're physically starting are both up from last year. So right here, right now, money is definitely flowing and hammers are swinging.
Okay, but if business is humming along, why is that optimism we just saw cracking? Let's dig into the other side of the story, the reasons for caution, because this is where things get really interesting.
Yeah, we're back to this chart because it's the heart of the whole issue. A drop from 71% to 53% isn't just a little dip. It's a major shift in how they feel about what's coming next. It tells us that contractors are seeing something on the horizon that's making them really nervous.
And this quote right here from Grant Farnsworth just nails it. This is the homeowner feeling that's driving all that contractor anxiety. It's not that people feel bad about their finances today. It's that they're getting uncertain about tomorrow, and that makes you think twice about a big project.
So, what are these specific storm clouds on the horizon? Well, it's kind of a perfect storm of rising costs, nervous customers, and supply chain headaches that just won't go away.
Let's break that down. A staggering 75%. That's 3 out of every 4 contractors are wrestling with the cost of materials. On top of that, 2/3 of them are having trouble just getting the stuff they need. And then you've got 40% worried about tariffs messing things up even more. These are huge everyday problems.
And here's where it all comes together. Costs go up, so contractors have to charge more. But homeowners, feeling that little bit of economic uncertainty, are starting to say, whoa, that's too much. And this is hitting those middle-of-the-road projects, the bread and butter for most contractors, the hardest.
Okay, this all brings us to the single most important number to watch if you want to know where the home renovation market is actually going. It's the one indicator that cuts through all the noise and gives us a crystal clear view of the future.
And that number is the project backlog. Just think of it like a contractor's savings account, but for work. It's all the signed contracts for jobs that are lined up but haven't started yet. A healthy backlog means you know you've got work for months. A shrinking one, well, that's a big problem.
So let's put all the pieces together one last time. On the one hand, as we saw, the number of projects being awarded is up. And the number of projects they're actually starting is also up. Job sites are busy. On the surface, everything seems great. But here's the number that really tells the whole story. The backlog, that pipeline of future work, is down. Down by more than 11% in just one quarter. This is the flashing red light. It means that while contractors are super busy finishing up old jobs, they aren't refilling their pipeline for the future nearly as fast. They're burning through their future security. And that leads us to a really interesting final question. If this trend keeps up, and contractors have less work lined up for the future, they're going to get a lot more competitive for new projects. So for all you homeowners who've been waiting on the sidelines, could the power be about to shift? Could we be heading into a buyer's market for home renovations? It's definitely something to think about.